Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you my updated Gusto deck profile for July 2012. We'll go ahead and go through the deck and show you what it's made of. This is going to be my deck after Hidden Arsenal 6 comes out. I have cards from the dual terminal in here that aren't released yet, but they will be by the end of the month, which is why I thought I'd show you this deck profile, because once those cards come out, the deck will be really good, and you kind of need those cards to run the deck in general, in my opinion. So we'll go ahead and get started. I run 3 Gusto Guldo, one of my favorite monsters of the deck. His effect is when he is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 2 or lower Gusto monster from your deck. That's the great thing about Gusto monsters, they have great recycling power. I also run 3 Winda, Priestess of Gusto. When this card is destroyed by battle, by your opponent's monster, you can special summon 1 Gusto Tuner from your deck, so you can get out Guldo pretty much, or you can even get out Gusto Agal. I run 3 of him as well. With him, when he is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower non-tuner Gusto monster from your deck, so you can pretty much get out Winda. You cannot get out Guldo, but like I said, all their effects coerce with each other, so it makes it pretty easy to stay alive on the field. The new card I run 2 Kamui Hopes of Gusto. This card will be out in the new Hidden Arsenal for you guys, but it was released in the dual terminal early here. Her effect is when she is flip summoned or flip face up, you could special summon 1 Gusto Tuner from your deck. I run 2 of her. She's a non-tuner also, so it makes for an easy level 5 synchro. Let's say if I got Guldo in my hand with her effect, not hand, field. I also run 2 Cam, Serenity of Gusto. She helps you recycle your Gustos from the graveyard. With her effect, pretty much you can return 2 Gusto monsters from your graveyard to the deck to draw 1 card. I like her effect, plus she has 1700 attack points, one of your stronger Gustos. I also run 2 Thunbolts. This effect, pretty much, if it's destroyed by battle, after the battle phase, you can remove from play a Gusto from your graveyard to special summon 1 Gusto from your deck, 1 psychic type monster from your deck with 1500 or less defense, and also has to be a wind monster. I run 2 of that, and usually you'll get out Reese. I run 2 of her with Thunbolt's effect. Her effect is one of my favorites of the deck. Basically, you send the 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck, and you can switch control of 1 Gusto monster you control and 1 monster your opponent controls. And the best part is you get to choose. So you can take some of the really powerful things like Utopia or Zen Mains. That's it for the Gustos. I run 1 Psychic Jumper, pretty much like Reese. Run 1 of him. Kerbons, just for the level 2 tuner. And 1 Serene Psychic Witch. It's pretty much like a Thunbolt. When it's sent to the graveyard, though, it doesn't have to be battle. Remove from play 1 Psychic monster with 2000 or less attack, and special summon it during the next standby phase. That's it for the monsters. We'll move on to spells. I run 2 Emergency Teleports off the ban list in March 2012. Really good card. Special summon 1 level 3 or lower psychic type monster from your hand or deck, and during the end phase remove it from play, but you're pretty much going to use it for, let's say, a synchro summon right then and there. I also run 2 Miracle Synchro Fusions. You get a lot of psychic type synchros out with this deck, so it makes it really easy to summon Ultimate Axon Kicker. So I use 2 of those, and you can also set them face down, and if your opponent were to say MST one of them, you get to draw a card, so it's a little bonus right there. I also run 1 Pot of Avarice, because this deck gets a lot of monsters in the graveyard you need to recycle. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, and 1 Heavy Storm. We'll move on to traps. I run 2 Dimensional Prisons, pretty standard. When your opponent's monster attacks, remove it from play. I also run 2 Bottomless, just for a little more defense. I also run 1 Compulse, just in case the monster, let's say, can't be destroyed and you need to get around it. 1 Mere Force, 1 Dark Bribe, and I also run Solemn Judgment and 2 Solemn Warnings. And that's pretty much it for the main deck. We'll move on to the extra deck. I run 1 of each Gusto Synchro, Gusto Guldo. She works with destroying face-up monsters your opponent controls. Daigusto Agals works with destroying set monsters. Daigusto Freeze is one of my favorite synchro monsters in the deck. I get games with her sometimes because she cannot be destroyed by battle, and every Gusto monster that battles, your opponent takes the battle damage. So I can get, let's say, the weaker Gusto monsters like Guldo or Egals to attack, and after they attack, your opponent takes the damage. You send them back to the deck. Not to the deck, to the graveyard, and you can get their effects. So that works really well. Your opponent never sees it coming. And I also run 1 Daigusto Falcos just to have a level 4 synchro in case I need to get into it, and its effect gives all Gusto monsters on the field at the time 600 attack. It's pretty good there. I also run 1 Magical Android just for a little more psychic support, a Catastor, Bryonic, Black Rose, Life Transfer for more psychic support. I also run 1 Thought Ruler, a really good card in the deck, Mistworm, Hyper Psychic Blaster. And for the exceeds, I run 1 Gotchi, just for a little more defense. I can exceed summon the Windows if I have to into it. I also run a Utopia, like I said, just a little more defense. And to use with the Miracle Synchro Fusions, I run 1 Ultimate Axon Kicker. Really gets me out of tight positions, this card. Gotta love it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck. I hope you guys liked it. Please like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.